Il Centro Internazionale delle Famiglie, collocato
The International Center of the Family, situated in Nazareth, is a dream of St. John Paul II's. He wished to be remembered as the Pope of the family. He wished that all families, Christian or just any human family, could have, at Nazareth, the home of the Christian family, the opportunity to return to the source in order to nourish one's own family life directly at the place where Mary, Joseph, and Jesus began this, their extraordinary adventure.
straordinaria avventura.
From Nazareth to the world. From the world to Nazareth. The International Center of Spirituality, Evangelization and Formation, dedicated to the family, will be built in the city of the Holy Family. It was announced by John Paul II at the end of the Second World Meeting of Families in 1997 in Rio de Janeiro, and at his own initiative the idea took shape in the year 2000. During his historic trip to the Holy Land and a visit to Nazareth, John Paul II blessed the model of the future centre, presented to him by the President of the Pontifical Council for the Family, Cardinal Alfonso López Trujillo. It was not until May 2009 that the project began to take shape, when in fact Benedict XVI blessed the foundation stone of the centre.
Here, in the hometown of Jesus, Mary and Joseph, we have gathered to mark the conclusion of the Year of the Family, celebrated by the Church in the Holy Land. As a sign of hope for the future, I will bless the first stone of an international center for the family to be built in Nazareth. Let us pray that the center will promote strong family life in this region, offer support and assistance to families everywhere, and encourage them in their irreplaceable mission to society.
The center will be built on top of the hill that dominates Nazareth and will have an auditorium, conference halls, housing, restaurants, as well as a church and a diocesan pastoral center. Family and education, family and leisure, family and welfare, family and mass media, family and intercultural dialogue, ambitious but certainly strategic goals to make the center a worldwide point of reference for families. A spiritual home for all those working in favor of the family, in full collaboration with the bishops' conferences and Christian universities throughout the world, with centers of spirituality and international bodies, with movements and associations who work in favor of families.
ഞങ്ങൾ നാസറത്തിലാണ് വന്നത്. ഞങ്ങളിപ്പോൾ ഇരിക്കുന്നത് നാസറത്തിലാണ്.
Kami nantikan
Di Kota Yusuf, Jesus dan Maria.
construímos juntos
O sonho do Papa em Nazareth para renovar las famílias.
Приїжджайте до Назарету.
Щоб створювати нові сім'ї.
In Nazareth.
To meet the world.
Thanks to the initiative of the Secretariat of State of the Holy See, the realization, the development and the management of the center, promoted by the Pontifical Council for the Family, has been entrusted to the ecclesial movement Rinnovamento nello Spirito Santo, which has been called upon to preside the Pontifical Foundation, to build this center close to the heart of Pope Francis.
Abbraccio da qui I fedeli cristiani.
From here I embrace the Christian faithful who live in Galilee. and I encourage the realization of the International Center for the Family in Nazareth. A home of the Holy Family, and at the same time, the home of families from all over the world. But this home will become a reality only thanks to the help of many Christians and families all over the world, through their commitment and financial participation. Can you help?
Cari amiche, cari amici.
Dear friends, 2,000 years ago, a humble woman, Mary, said yes. And the most extraordinary news came from the family of Nazareth, the birth of Jesus, who changed history. Today, he wants to change our destiny, beginning from the great mystery of life and the family. Today, the spirit of death seems to destroy everything, and all we are asking, what might be the solution for the lack of spiritual values? The last century, says Erich Fromm, announced the death of God.
Davvero siccità di valori dello spirito. Il secolo che ci siamo lasciati alle spalle.
Well, this new century seems to announce the death of man. In many ways, the spirit of death is turning against the new generations, against families. But we have hope, the hope to begin again, from where it all began, from Nazareth. And in Nazareth, we want to give shape to the great dream of St. John Paul II, a home for all the families of the world, for the human family, beyond race, religion, culture, a home where it is possible to say that the gospel of the family, the gospel of love, is still alive and is the real solution to modern-day evil. Thank you. Your generosity is precious for the construction of this great work in the heart of the Holy Land, the Middle East, so tormented and strongly marked by an aversion to families, families forced into exile, to poverty, to destruction of the future of the new generations.
Alle famiglie, costretti all'esilio forzato, all'impoverimento, alla distruzione del futuro delle nuove generazioni.
When God asked Moses to build him a home, he recommended to make use of the best workers, to get generous men and women. Generous persons will build my home. They will make history. The generous can build the redemption of the family, of life, and of human dignity, beginning from Nazareth. Yes, you. Be among the generous. Thank you for what you will do. Thank you, because none of us is so poor as to be unable to enrich others and share the gospel of the family.